Do you really believe you were created just to struggle, to keep knocking on doors that never open, to endlessly search for something that is already within you? No. That idea is one of the greatest illusions people have been taught. You were never designed to chase after life. You were never meant to run after opportunities as if they are outside of you. The moment you start searching, you silently declare that something is missing. And when you affirm that sense of lack, you invite more of it into your life. The truth is, God has already placed within you the ability to bring forth everything you need. But instead of trusting that, you have been conditioned to believe that only hard work, constant effort, and struggle can get you what you want. That belief is not truth, it is programming. Think about it. When has force ever truly brought you peace? When has worry ever delivered what you desire? It hasn't, because the real key was never in chasing, it was always in knowing. Someone who knows they are wealthy doesn't wake up desperate for money. Someone who knows they are loved doesn't chase affection. And someone who knows they are chosen doesn't beg for opportunities. God said, "Be still and know that I am God." Not struggle, not beg, not stress, just know. So if you've been searching for a job, pause. If you've been chasing security, stop for a moment. Turn inward instead. See yourself already living the reality you desire. Feel what it's like to already have it. Step into that sense of relief, joy, and certainty. And when you do, watch how things begin to shift without force. Doors will appear where none existed before. Opportunities will come to you naturally. Because you were never meant to chase, you were meant to believe and receive. Everything you experience in life is a reflection of your inner world, your circumstances, the people you meet, the opportunities you encounter, even the challenges you face. They are not random. They mirror the beliefs you carry inside. Once you truly understand this, you stop feeling like life is happening to you and realize it is happening through you. From the beginning, you were taught to look outside for answers. You were told that success comes from effort, that love comes from someone else, and that happiness is found in things. But what if that isn't true? What if everything you've been searching for has always been within you, waiting to be recognized? The world simply reflects your deepest assumptions. If you believe life is unfair, you will keep seeing proof of that. You will meet the wrong people, face obstacles, and experience situations that confirm your belief. But if you begin to believe that life is supporting you, that things are always working in your favor, the world will start reflecting that instead. Change does not begin outside, it begins within you. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your dominant beliefs are shaping your reality right now. If your life feels full of struggle or limitation, understand that these are not forces controlling you. They are reflections of what you have accepted as true. You don't need to fight them or fear them. You simply need to change the source, your inner state. Most people try to fix their lives by changing external situations. They chase money, love, and recognition, thinking those things will finally bring them peace. But even when they achieve those things, the feeling doesn't last. Why? Because the root hasn't changed. If someone feels unworthy, they will continue to experience situations that confirm that feeling, no matter how much they achieve. But someone who feels abundant will naturally attract abundance, even if they start with nothing. So ask yourself honestly, what do you believe about yourself? Do you see yourself as powerful, worthy, and capable of attracting what you desire? Or do you see yourself as someone who must struggle and prove their worth? The world will always confirm your answer. If you want to change your life, you must first change your inner world. Become aware of your thoughts, your inner dialogue, and the emotions you carry every day. It's not enough to wish for a better life. You have to become the version of yourself who already has it. If you want love, feel love now. If you want wealth, feel abundant now. The outer world is always catching up to your inner state. It reflects what you believe, not what you hope for. This is why many people feel stuck. They are waiting for life to change so they can feel different, not realizing that life is waiting for them to change first. The moment you take responsibility for your reality, everything shifts. You stop reacting to life and start directing it. You stop chasing opportunities and begin attracting them. You stop seeking approval and start radiating confidence. The outer world is not in control. It is responding to you. If you want to know what you truly believe, look at your life. It is the clearest reflection you will ever get. And if you don't like what you see, don't resist it. Change what's within. You were never meant to search outside for what already exists inside you. You are not here to chase, struggle, or wait for life to be kind. You are here to declare, to assume, and to know that what you desire is already yours. And when you truly accept that, the world will reflect it back to you. You were never meant to exhaust yourself trying to receive what already belongs to you. The belief that life must be hard is something the world taught you, not God. Everything you need was already prepared for you from the very beginning. Your only role is to align with it, accept it, and trust that it is already done. When you chase something, you reinforce the idea that it is separate from you. You tell yourself that you don't have it, and that creates more distance. But when you receive, you acknowledge that it is already yours. You move from lack into fulfillment. Look at nature. The sun does not chase the sky. Rivers do not beg the ocean to accept them. Everything moves in harmony, naturally aligning with its purpose. Trees don't struggle to grow. They simply receive what they need and growth happens. Birds don't wake up worrying about survival. They trust that they will be provided for. You are part of that same design. You were never meant to live in fear or desperation. You were never meant to run after things as if they are escaping you. What is meant for you cannot miss you. God has already given you the power to bring forth everything you need. When you align with that truth, you stop operating from lack. You stop seeking approval, opportunities, or love from a place of emptiness. Instead, you stand in certainty. You trust that everything is already moving in your favor. And when you do that, life begins to flow with ease. The world may have taught you to believe in struggle. It may have convinced you that success requires constant effort, that love must be earned, and that opportunities must be fought for. But if you look closely, the people who seem to receive the most with ease are not the ones chasing. They are the ones who know. They carry a quiet confidence, an unshakable belief that what they desire is already theirs. They don't beg, they allow. They don't force, they receive. So if you find yourself constantly searching, pause and ask yourself, what am I really affirming right now? Am I declaring lack? Am I acting as if what I want is separate from me? The moment you shift that perspective, everything begins to change. The moment you see yourself as already having what you desire, you step into a completely different reality. The moment you truly feel that what you desire is already yours, the need to chase disappears. You no longer feel the urge to run after anything, because it begins to come to you on its own. God never intended for you to beg for what already belongs to you. Think about a child asking their parent for food, and the parent saying, "Only if you prove you deserve it." That makes no sense. And yet, this is how many people approach life, believing they must earn what has already been given to them. But God is not withholding anything. What you want is not about whether you are worthy enough. It is about whether you are aligned with it. Receiving is not about effort. It is about your state of being. You must step into the feeling that what you want is already present. If you want love, feel it now. If you want success, carry yourself as someone who already has it. Your outer world is simply mirroring your inner state. When you stop chasing and begin allowing, something powerful happens. The things you once struggled to reach start moving toward you. Opportunities show up without force. The right people enter your life at the right time. Doors you never even knocked on begin to open. This is not imagination or fantasy. This is how life works. The more you chase, the more you reinforce the idea that what you want is separate from you. But the more you trust, the more you allow it to come into your experience. Let go of the need to struggle. Release the pressure to force outcomes. Stand firmly in the knowing that you are here to receive, not to chase. And when you do this, life begins to unfold in ways you never expected. Everything you go through is shaped by what you believe deep inside. Life is not happening to you, it is responding through you. What you accept as true becomes your experience, and what you consistently imagine will eventually take form. You are not controlled by circumstances. Circumstances are only reflecting your inner state. The real world is created in your mind first. What you see around you was once just a thought, an idea, an image held within someone's imagination. The place you sit, the things you use, even the life you are living, all began as something unseen. That is how creation works. It starts within and then shows up externally. Once you understand this, you stop treating life as something separate from you. Instead, you realize that everything around you is responding to your consciousness. If you carry the belief of lack, you will continue to see proof of it. Situations will reflect struggle, delay, and limitation. Not because life is against you, but because you accepted that belief. Your mind is like a projector, and your life is the screen. Change what you project, and the image must change. The same applies to abundance. When you begin to assume that life is full, that you are supported, that things are always working in your favor, reality has no choice but to reflect that. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. You will meet people who help you move forward. Solutions will appear before problems even fully form. This is not luck. This is law. Many people struggle because they only react to what they see, forgetting that they are the source of it. They notice lack and keep believing in it, which only creates more of it. They feel rejected and assume they are not enough, which brings more rejection into their lives. But those who understand the power of the mind do something different. They do not let the outer world decide how they feel. They do not wait for proof before believing. They believe first, and then life reflects it. If you want to change your life, begin with your inner conversation. Pay attention to what you tell yourself every day. Notice the images you keep replaying in your mind. If your thoughts are filled with failure, you will experience it. If you constantly focus on being unloved, you will continue to feel alone. Your mind does not question what you feed it. It accepts it and brings it into your experience. That is why it is so important to feel as if your desire is already fulfilled. Do not wait for things to change before you feel better. Feel it now. Walk as if it is already done. Speak from the place of having, not wanting. Think from fulfillment, not from lack. When you shift internally, the world adjusts to match it. Some people may doubt this. They may believe that life is fixed, that everything is controlled by external forces. But those who have truly applied this know that reality is shaped from within. The only limits you experience are the ones you accept. If you accept struggle, you will live it. But if you choose to believe in something greater and persist in that belief, your life will begin to change. You do not need to fight life. You do not need to chase anything. All you need to do is change the assumption that is creating your experience. Assume abundance, and you will live in it. Assume love, and you will feel surrounded by it. Assume success, and doors will open naturally. The world is not separate from you. It is you expressed outwardly. Your imagination is the foundation of your reality. Use it wisely, and life will reflect it back to you beautifully. Desire is not random. It is not something you create on your own, and it is not something you need to struggle for. Desire is a signal. It is God guiding you toward what already belongs to you. The moment you feel the desire for something, whether it is love, success, or a better life, it already exists beyond what you can see. You are not trying to create it. You are becoming aware of it. Your role is not to chase it, but to recognize it, accept it, and allow it to unfold. Most people misunderstand desire. They think wanting something means they do not have it. So they spend their lives chasing, always feeling like what they want is just out of reach. But that is not the truth. The very fact that you desire something means it is already yours in a deeper sense. If it was not meant for you, you would not even be aware of it. Desire is showing you what is possible for you. It is pointing you toward a reality that is waiting for your alignment. Think of it like a radio. The signal is already there, but you must tune into the right frequency to hear it. In the same way, what you desire already exists. You simply need to align your mind and state of being with it. When you want wealth, it is because that reality is calling you. When you want love, it is because love is already prepared for you. When you want success, it is because success is available to you. You are not creating something new. You are waking up to something that has always been yours. The mistake people make is believing they must struggle for it. They think they need to prove themselves, to fight against life to receive what is already theirs. But that was never the intention. God would never place a desire in your heart just to make you suffer for it. The difficulty is never in receiving. The only struggle comes from the belief that you have to struggle. The moment you release the need to fight, the moment you stop trying to force life to happen, everything begins to flow more easily. To truly step into your desire, You must accept that it is already complete. You must live from the feeling that it is already fulfilled, trusting that what you cannot yet see is just as real as what you can. That is where faith comes in. Faith is the ability to look beyond what is visible. It is choosing to trust even when there is no physical proof. The moment you accept that what you want is already yours, life begins to rearrange itself to reflect that belief. Some people say that desire only leads to disappointment, that wanting something sets you up to fail. But that only happens when you treat desire as something outside of you, something you need to go and get. The truth is, you don't chase your desires, you step into them. You become the version of yourself who already has what you want, and life responds to that. You have been taught to believe in effort, in struggle, in competing with others. But look at nature. The sun rises every day without effort. The seasons shift without force. Rivers move toward the ocean without resistance. Nature flows, and you are part of that same flow. When you align with the understanding that what you want is already yours, life begins to feel just as natural. You stop searching, you start receiving. Let go of the belief that you have to earn what has already been given. Let go of the idea that you are separate from what you want. The vision in your heart is not there to tease you or test you. It is there to guide you. It is a promise. Your only role is to align with it, to live as though it is already real. And when you do that, you will see your life begin to shift in ways that feel almost effortless. You will start to notice that things fall into place without strain. That is because you are no longer working against life, you are moving with it. There is a big difference between searching for something and knowing it is already yours. Searching comes from the belief that something is missing. Knowing comes from the understanding that nothing is lacking. What you want already exists. The only thing that needs to change is your awareness of it. When you live from the end, when you carry the certainty that it is already done, life has no choice but to reflect that back to you. But most people stay in a constant state of seeking. They keep looking for love, for money, for happiness, believing it is somewhere outside of their current reality. And because they keep affirming that they do not have it, life continues to show them more of that absence. Seeking keeps the feeling of lack alive, and whatever you continue to believe becomes your experience. But when you shift into being, everything changes. You stop looking for signs. You stop waiting for proof. You begin to live as if it is already yours. You think from fulfillment instead of from desire. You speak and act from a place of having, not wanting. This is what separates those who struggle from those who receive with ease. One keeps reaching, the other has already arrived. Think of an actor stepping into a role. When they perform, they don't act like they are becoming the character. They fully step into it. They speak, move, and think as that person. And because they commit to that identity, everyone else believes it too. Your life works the same way. When you fully assume the reality you want, life itself adjusts to match that assumption. Many people hesitate because they want proof first. They want to see something before they believe it. But creation doesn't work that way. What you see is always a reflection of what already exists within you. If you wait for evidence before you change your belief, you will stay stuck in the same cycle. But the moment you shift from waiting to knowing, everything begins to change. Take someone who wants to be wealthy. If they constantly think about lack, worry about money, and focus on what they don't have, they stay in that state. But if they begin to feel abundant, carry themselves with confidence, and make decisions from a place of trust instead of fear, their reality begins to change. Opportunities appear, doors open, situations align in ways they could not have predicted. This is not luck, it is law. You do not need to figure out every step. You only need to accept that it is already done. When you live from that place, you stop asking how or when. You simply know. Doubt is what keeps people stuck, going back and forth between belief and disbelief, looking for signs, questioning everything. But true faith does not waver. It does not look for reassurance. It declares something as true and stands in it. You must become the person who already has what you want before you see it in your world. Do not wait for permission from life to feel successful, loved, or fulfilled. Feel it now, claim it now, walk as if it is already yours, and soon enough it will be. The moment you stop searching and begin knowing, your world will begin to reflect that certainty. It has to, because your outer reality is always mirroring your inner state. Faith is the invisible bridge between what you see and what is yet to appear. It connects your inner belief to your outer experience. But many people misunderstand faith. They treat it like a weak hope instead of a deep knowing. They only trust what they can see, touch, or measure. Yet the most powerful truths exist beyond the senses. What you desire is already real in ways you may not fully understand. Your role is not to chase it, but to trust it. Because when you chase something, you push it away by believing it is separate from you. But when you trust that it is already yours, you allow it to come into your life naturally. Faith is not about forcing reality to change. It is about aligning yourself with what already exists. Think of planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to check if it is growing. You trust the process. You water it, you care for it, and you know it will grow. Your desire works the same way. The moment it enters your heart, the seed is planted. Your belief and trust nourish it. If you keep doubting, worrying, or trying to force it, you interrupt the process. But if you trust, if you live as though it is already on its way, it will come into form. Faith is not passive. It is not sitting back and doing nothing. It is an active state of knowing, a deep inner certainty that what you desire is already yours and is unfolding in perfect timing. Faith means moving forward even when you cannot yet see the path ahead. It is choosing to act as if what you want is already part of your life. It is thinking, speaking, and behaving in alignment with that reality. You don't wait for evidence to appear. You become the evidence through your belief. Look at the people who made a real impact in this world, the ones who achieved what others thought was impossible. They didn't wait for proof before believing in their vision. They believed first, and only then did the results follow. In every field, whether it was science, art, business, or spirituality, every breakthrough began with someone trusting something that wasn't yet visible. The same applies to you. You must trust that what you desire is already fulfilled before you can see it in front of you. Doubt is what weakens this process. The moment you start going back and forth, believing 1 second and questioning the next, you break that connection. Faith requires consistency. It requires you to hold your vision steady even when nothing around you seems to support it. Your mind will try to interfere. It will ask how it will happen, when it will happen, where it will come from. But those questions are not yours to answer. Your only role is to accept that it is already done. There are forces at work beyond what you can see, arranging events, aligning people, and shifting situations in ways you may never fully understand. Life operates on a level far deeper than logic, and when you stop trying to control everything, you allow it to unfold in a much greater way than you could have planned. When you truly live with faith, everything about you changes. You no longer carry stress or urgency. You stop trying to force outcomes or control every detail. Instead, you rest in a quiet confidence that what is meant for you is already yours. You begin to speak with certainty, you move with intention, and you trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Faith is the bridge between what exists in your mind and what appears in your reality. It brings what is unseen into form. The moment you stop chasing and start trusting, you begin to realize that what you were looking for was never far away. It was waiting for you to believe in it. Everything you want is already within you. Your outer world is simply reflecting your inner beliefs, your assumptions, and the state you choose to live in. There is no need to chase or struggle. There is only a need to wake up to the truth that what you want is already yours. You are not here to beg for opportunities. You are here to align with them. You are not here to keep searching. You are here to stand in the certainty that what is meant for you is already unfolding with ease. Your imagination is shaping your reality. Your desires are guiding you, and your faith connects what you feel inside to what shows up outside. The moment you stop doubting, stop searching, and start knowing, everything begins to shift. Life starts to reflect your inner conviction. Whatever you accept as true will become real for you. So walk through life as if you have already received what you asked for. Trust that everything is working in your favor. Allow life to unfold naturally in its own perfect timing. Thank you.